Capricorn, welcome to your September 2020 podcast. Thanks for joining me. My name is Michelle. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. Capricorn, the energy around you. Well, it feels like you're a bit stranded at the moment. We have a feeling of isolation, but I do feel like it's self-imposed isolation. You may be rejecting others before they can reject you. So the rejection here is really fear. It's something that's in the mind. Others are not avoiding you. You are avoiding them, preemptively preventing them from rejecting you. So there's energy here of avoiding relationships or avoiding interactions for fear of loss or fear of embarrassment. So there's an energy here of needing to reconnect, to make contact, especially if it's anyone that you've been avoiding, Capricorn. So the energy here is taking that first step. Now, towering magnificence, the tower. It feels like that moment, that epiphany, that realization where you see what's blocking you, what's creating this sense of loneliness or isolation. It does tell me that your soul has been craving connection to something larger, something more powerful, something deeper, more worthy, to which it can devote itself entirely. So I do feel like that energy is around you, it's available to you, but it's something that you may be avoiding. You may be avoiding here something that feels more aspirational. You may be avoiding something that feels like it's going to bring you a greater sense of recognition or reward, or even just a sense here of seeing things from a higher perspective or being more in touch with the divine. I do get a strong energy around this of something that is being divinely guided, that you're being led to. And the energy around that is, it is what it is. So it's about trust. It's about trusting what's around you, that it is exactly what you suspect it is. It is going to lead you down the path that you're meant to be going down, Capricorn. And it is for your highest good. So doing what's best for you. Out of fear or out of mistrust, there may have been some resistance to doing that though, Capricorn. So let's see where this goes. It could be you. Could be someone around you as well, or if you're cross-watching, it could be a Capricorn that you're dealing with. The Six of Swords is at the bottom of the deck, so you may be transitioning at the moment from that stage of isolation or keeping yourself separate from. It feels like something that you're being motivated to do to improve your life, to get out of a time of conflict, of disappointment, of sadness, of loss. It feels like you're moving towards greener pastures, something which feels like it's going to bring you a lot more happiness, less drama, less chaos. It feels like finding some peace, or peace or calm waters, but we'll see. The Eight of Pentacles. When it comes to you putting the effort in, that may have been what was missing in the past. So not putting in the effort towards something which is more higher vibrational, feels more spiritual. You may have been putting effort towards something which wasn't going to pay off for you long term, Capricorn. The Page of Wands in reverse. The spark's been around you, the energy is there, it wants to get going, but you may have either turned your back to it, ignored it, or just didn't take it. Maybe put it on the back burner for a bit. The Ten of Swords reverse, and it's really about getting yourself out of a time in your life where you felt like things weren't working for you. It's a very strong healing kind of energy that I feel around this as well. You may, Capricorn, have been someone who's experienced a lot of difficulties, a lot of disappointments, hurt, especially as it relates to other people hurting you. And out of fear of that happening again, you may have closed yourself off to connecting on a higher level, or on an energy here which feels a lot more like a true connection. So you might have had people around you, but it may have been just something which felt casual, Capricorn. So let's see, we'll cut these cards and let's take a look. We've got the Hermit in reverse and the Emperor. So yeah, that's you having that tower moment, that spark of energy where you know you have to reconnect, where you become tired of being lonely and alone, feeling stranded, feeling cast out, feeling isolated. There's a feeling around this of wanting to reconnect, the time of healing, the time of analysis, the time of looking at things, thinking about things is over, and now it's about taking control of your life here, Capricorn. The Emperor. If you look at these cards, and for the benefit of my podcast listeners on Apple and Spotify, the Hermit is a very colder kind of energy. It feels like something that is more of a wintry aspect, snow, ice. But with the Emperor, it's about fire. It's a card associated with Aries. It feels like there's a lot of mastery here, self-mastery, understanding of the self. It feels like maturity. It feels like spiritual maturity, and it feels like wisdom born from a time in your life where you've had to look at yourself, look at the things that you've done, look at the choices that you've made, and look at the part that you've played in being where you are at the current point in time. Looking at the lessons there as well. So it feels like you're taking control of your life here, Capricorn. Again, could be you, could be someone around you. Strength in reverse. Yeah, again, it's about getting a handle on what has caused weakness in your life. It's something that comes from within. It could be some kind of weakness towards... I'm picking it up mainly as weakness about how you view yourself, a feeling that you're not strong enough, feeling like you lack something, that there's some kind of energy around you that you lack. And now could it just be energy itself? It may be that you've been very tired. You've found it difficult to find the motivation. It could be as simple as that, Capricorn. For others of you, it's a little bit more extreme than that. It may have been a health issue. It may have been something there that was keeping you from reaching that full potential. We've got the Five of Wands in reverse. Yeah, it's that lack of will, that lack of being able to stand up and take your place in the world, feeling like you didn't have the courage, Capricorn, that you didn't have what it takes to kind of get in there and get what you want. There's a competition energy around this, and I feel like it's finding that competitiveness within, Capricorn. So you may have had that kind of competitive spirit kind of knocked out of you somewhere down the line. You may have just felt like, you know what, I just can't continue to keep doing this, and you needed to take a break for a while. We've got the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, I do feel that that's you withholding. I get an energy here of you not wanting to give, not accepting anything from anyone else either. It feels very closed off. It feels like you felt that things in your past were very one-sided, that you were the one that always gave and the other didn't give back. You also felt that, you may have been like a middle child or something. It feels like something that there was, when you did things, it felt like you weren't rewarded. It felt like you kept, like as soon as you'd make something, as soon as something happened to you, you'd lose it. That's how it felt for you, Capricorn. So if you made some money, you felt like it was immediately gone 2 seconds after you've got your paycheck. It feels like that. It feels like constantly fighting against some kind of energy here of it's never enough. Like it's, no matter what I do, it doesn't seem to be enough. Okay. In the future, we have the Empress, but she's in the reverse. There's a disconnect here to the feminine. There's a disconnect when it comes to believing that you can have what you want. You may be looking around at other people here, Capricorn, and seeing them as people or a person that has what you want. You may see other people having an easier, I'm going to put that in air quotes, life, because we don't know what's really going on behind closed doors. And Capricorn, it seems like you're looking around at one person in particular, perhaps with some envy, jealousy, maybe even coveting. A sense here of coveting what they've been able to bring forward into their life. I get a sense there of bringing something to abundance. It feels like there's someone here that you're not recognizing. You may see this person as someone who is not even, like it may come easy to them, or at least you're thinking that. You think, oh, that person has come by their wealth or come by their status easily. I don't feel that that's the case, though. It's just how you're perceiving them, and that's why they're coming up in the reverse. And it's blocking you from seeing the potential of growth, either with this person or by following their example. Capricorn, though, we've got you here with the Wheel of Fortune. So here is opportunity to change. It feels like something that is motivational. It feels like something that's meant to bring you change. It's something that's destined on your path here. Towering magnificence. It feels like something that is going to kind of propel you into some kind of higher level here of understanding, a higher level of understanding yourself as well. I mean, we've got the Emperor here, but the Empress in reverse. We've got justice around you. That's bringing things back into balance. It feels like the scales are coming back. Whereas in the past there was a lack of balance. You felt like you were giving more, you never really received back. I feel that now there's an energy here of that righting itself. Now the balance is turning back in your favor, and things will be equal partnership. There will be equal reward to the effort that is made. Capricorn, the Page of Swords. It seems like you're always on the kind of defense. I feel like you're always on the lookout for things that I get a little bit of like it's not exactly paranoia. It just feels like a mistrust. You know, it is what it is, right? You're not seeing this person as what they truly are, or you're not seeing the opportunity as what it truly is, because you have mistrust about this. Because it's almost like you if you think someone's giving to you, that you look around and you say, well, what's happening? It feels so different. Spirit is saying this is feeling very different, because normally, Capricorn, I feel like you've been the giver. You've been the one who's done all of the work. You've been the one who has provided for others. You've been the person. This feels more equal. This feels like something that you don't really know what to make of it, and so you mistrust it. It's almost like you can't believe that this abundance is around you and that it's meant for you. And with the Page of Cups in the reverse, it suggests that if you look at it from this aspect, it may very well slip by. You may let it slip you by because of this lack of understanding about what this is or why it's here. It's a disconnect, really, from Spirit. It's not having that realization that something here is meant to bring about more balance into your life. If you're on the spiritual path, you understand the concept of balance. If you're not, and Capricorn, this could be someone around you who is not on the spiritual path, They have potential to be, but they're not there. They're not looking at it from that perspective of balance. They're just looking at it from the perspective of a lens of what they've have experienced in the past. And that's been takers, really. And so when someone is giving, someone is nurturing, someone is abundant, something that feels very different to this person, it almost feels like this person kind of lets it go by because they believe that it couldn't possibly be them. It couldn't possibly be a part of their life. They couldn't possibly be involved in any kind of relationship, whether it's love or business. So there's mistrust here and a belief that we can't possibly raise ourselves up to that level here. So rather than do that, what they do is they tend to put the other person down. So Capricorn, you could be this Empress here, who is the Empress in the upright. You know, you're doing well. I feel that you are genuinely wanting to get involved with this person in some way. That could be love, but they could be resisting you. They could be keeping themselves isolated from you. They may be blocking you. They may have ghosted you. And rather than believe you are that good, they kind of turn their back to it and say, no, that can't be it. And believe something else. Believe that you could potentially be wanting to harm them, or that you have some kind of agenda here, which I don't feel that you do. It's just that they're looking at it from a lens here. Excuse me. Apologise for that, Capricorn. Just got a tickle in my throat. They're looking at it from a lens of immaturity and insecurity. They still see themselves as some kind of how they were when they were young and how they grew up. They may have been told that they were not capable of achieving. They may have been led to believe through past experience that they couldn't reach a certain level. And so when it is there in front of them, I see that there's potential abundance, success, towering magnificence, elevation, something that feels like aspirational for this person, something that they've kind of longed for but at the same time believed that they could never achieve. This is them achieving that, but first they have to believe in what it is. You know, it is what it is. This speaks of belief and understanding and recognizing an opportunity when it's there in front of us, not feeling like it's something else. It feels like I get it as some kind of taking something at face value, rather than looking for all of the problems, you know, and denying it is what it is. Yeah, I feel like this person is kind of fighting against this opportunity, and rather than fight against it, they need to fight for what they desire, but they're not doing that with the Five of Wands in reverse. So the fight is in the wrong place. Yeah, if we stop fighting against what's meant for us and instead fight for what we truly desire, more of the world, more success becomes available to us. And we're no longer in denial about what it is that is in front of us, which is meant to be to bring a situation that's unfair, that's not in balance. It's meant as a correction with that Wheel of Fortune, bringing this into alignment, bringing you into alignment, or this person into alignment. But this person is resisting alignment. Yeah, it's coming from a place of a lack of empowerment. This is someone who needs to find more power within. They need to respect themselves, their attitude, their choices. Real transformation, you know. And the irony is they don't really have to do a whole lot here other than just surrender to it is what it is. You know, this is meant to be. It's exactly as it's meant to be. And realize that life is offering them something great, something magical. Yeah, it feels a little weird, doesn't it, when we look at someone who's faced with exactly what they've longed for, that they've aspired to in their life, and have it right there, and yet somehow fail or don't take the opportunity because of a lack of self-belief, a lack of self-empowerment, a feeling that they don't have what it takes. That would be a real shame here, Capricorn. I hope it's not you. I do feel that this is more of a masculine energy. So you could be the female here, and there's a person around you. They could have a fantastic life with you, and yet they're resisting. And you're thinking, what on earth is going on? Well, this is what's going on. I feel it's something to do with their youth, where they were told that they could never achieve this. They were told that they weren't going to be anything, or that it wasn't meant for them. Yeah, it feels like there could have been the place where they grew up, how they grew up. And they've lived a life which has very much been unfair, a lot of challenges, challenge after challenge after challenge, and it's kind of worn them down over time. But I feel like this is meant to be coming in here for this person to get them back on track here, and they really have to accept this as it is what it is, and stop this self-isolation, because it feels like this person is lonely. There is isolation here, and rather than keep themselves feeling separate, they really need to connect. There's an energy here of needing to connect, and where something is being offered to us, a chance at a new beginning, there's a feeling here of taking it, needing to take it, because this is something powerful, something that's been brought in by the divine to lead this person out of what they've been dealing with, which has been difficult and unfair. So let's see, I'm going to get a card from the Gateway Oracle. The choice is going to be theirs, of course. Soaring into joy, childlike wonder. Yeah, it's almost like this person's forgotten what it feels like to be joyful, to be happy. They're constantly looking for the reasons not to be happy. The reasons why, no, this isn't making me happy. It is making them happy, and they know it, but they're telling themselves that it's not making them happy. Goodness, Capricorn. Let's take a look at that Empress in reverse here. King of Wands. Yeah, they have to see themselves. It's the masculine and feminine that's the issue here. If they feel like that, if this is a male, they feel like the feminine is achieving more than them, that's a difficulty for this person, and vice versa. So the energy that I'm getting here is a need for neither one of these people to feel less than or more than the other. Spirit is saying, not that I think that you're trying to make this person feel less than. I don't think that. But it's some kind of perception, or it could even be something that someone else has told them, that they're believing that they're not worthy of you, or something like that. Or there may be some kind of intimidation factor. Yeah, it feels like power. It feels like getting power back. It feels like strength, but needing it to be in equal measures, not one having more power than the other, because that dynamic isn't going to work in this relationship. It's a spiritual relationship. So rather than attempting to control whoever that person is, I feel it's the one here that doesn't feel worthy. Whoever's attempting the control here if they can look at this in a different way and understand that that's not the way to go, they just have to be truly who they are. This Emperor and this King of Wands energy could be fire sign. I get very strong Aries energy here. Leo, possibly Sagittarius as well. Yeah, it feels like somebody trying to put down the other for like a power game, but this is a spiritual relationship, so that's not going to fly. So it could be here, Capricorn, that this is going to come. It's going to come here, and it's going to be this power dynamic. It's not going to work. It's going to be rejected. But I do feel it is going to come back at some point with this Wheel of Fortune. It's spiritual, it's destined, it's meant to be, so it's going to come back. But it may be after someone has learned this lesson here, that they need to accept something for being what it is without trying to control it. I do get an energy here of someone trying to control this, where they really just need to let it happen. So Capricorn, I'm going to leave it there for you and wish you all the very best. If you'd like a personal reading, you can email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com. Please like, share and subscribe if you're a newcomer. I'd love to have you. Don't forget about my new channel memberships. You can click on the join button below for more information. I'm offering supporter level, and you can also join at the benefits level. And the benefits, you get early access to my YouTube videos, and not only that, you get the readings at the same time, so no waiting for your sign. So please do check those out if you're interested. If you are listening on the podcast, thanks very much, guys, for listening. You can check me out on YouTube. My channel is Gypsy Insights by Michelle for many more readings. Thanks again, Capricorn. Please take care, and bye for now.